Hello friends. Now we will see the questions that comes in your data interpretation. All the question that is based on your line diagram, bar diagram, then pie diagram, and finally your tabular diagram we will cover. So understand whatever the things that is teach here, and then you can refer your books in order to solve more question and to do more practice. So here is the next question that we have to find out. Okay, so there is data, that is number of hours, then the distance that is traveled by someone. Okay, so we have to find following things on the base of the data. This is A body, this is B body. There are two people, you can say A and B, and they are covering this much. They are traveling 20 kilometer in first hour, 30 kilometer in next second hour, then in third hour they travel 20 kilometer, in fourth 15. So these are number of kilometer they traveled in respective hours. Okay, so now the question is asked to us, by average speed in kilometer, B's average speed in kilometer per hour during the first 4 hours. Okay, so for first 4 hour you have to see, so 25 in the first hour, kilometer, the number of kilometer, then 40 kilometer it covered, then 35, then 25. So when you add all this comes out to be 50. 50 plus is 45. 45 plus your 30, that is 75. Okay, 50 plus 75, this comes out to be your 125. Okay. So 125 kilometers they covered. And what is your formula of speed equal to distance upon time? They ask you find out speed, and this 125 kilometer you covered in how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hours. So 125 by 4, when you do, then this comes out to be 31.25. So the answer of this will be 31.25. Okay. Next question. The question is the ratio of A's speed during the first 5 hour and the last 5 hour. Okay, so you have to add A speed for the first 5 hours and then for the last 5 hours. Okay, and find the ratio between them. So if you add this above 1, this comes out to be 20 plus 30, that is 50. 50 plus 20, 70. 70 plus 40, so this comes out to be 110 for first 5 hour, first 5 hour for A, right? And for last 5 hours, 15 plus 20, 40. 40 plus 20, 60. 60 plus 30, 90. 90 plus 35. 90 plus 35, that comes out to be 125. So 125 is the distance he covered in last 5 hour, right? So they ask you ratio of them. So 110 upon 125 you can do. So after doing this comes out to be 22 by 25. The ratio will be 22 by 25. Okay, so option B. Third question, what is the distance in kilometer between A and B at the end of 8th hour? So you have to check what is the distance in kilometer between A and B at the end of 8th hour. So till the 8th hour you have to see the difference. Okay, so you can see that this is the distance 8 till the 8th hour, this tell you. So what you do, you will add those of this of B, right? And you will subtract it with A and find out what is the difference or distance difference between both of them after 8 hour. Okay, so when you add all those, till 8th hour, you can add this 5 plus 5, that is 10, 15, 20, 25. So 5 in the last goes up, and this after adding 12, 13, 16, 16, 17, 18, 185 kilometer it covered in A, covered in those 8 hour. For B we will do the similar calculation after adding 25, 15, 25, 40, 50, 3 plus 40 plus 20, 60, 110, 110 plus 40, 150, 150, and this 210. Okay, this comes out to be 210 till the 8th hour. After the end of 8th hour, it comes out to be 210. So how much is the difference between their kilometers? What is the total difference? This is 25 kilometer, right? 210 minus 185. So 25 kilometer is the difference between body A and B after the end of 8th hour. Okay. So the answer is 25 kilometer. Okay. Let's see the next question. The distance between A and B is maximum at the end of. They ask you, what is the maximum distance between A and B at what time? Okay. This you have to find out. Okay. The difference between them should be maximum at what time. So you can check like this: 1 plus 2, that is 50, and this comes out to be 25. 1 minute, let me clear this. At what time they ask you the distance was maximum? So 1 plus 2, that is 50, this is 65. So 65 minus 15, this is 15. So for first 2 hours, the total difference was 15 kilometer. Then for third hour, if you add, this comes out to be 70, and this comes out to be 65 plus 35. That is your, this is 70, and this comes out to be 100, right? 100. So the distance is 30 kilometer in third hour. Fourth hour, you can do similarly 75 plus 15, 85. This comes out to be 125. This distance between them is 40 kilometer, right? 125 minus 85. In fifth hour, after adding 25 to it, this comes out to be 110, right? 110, and this comes out to be 35 at 160. 160 minus 110, so this distance is 50 kilometer. 50 kilometer. If you go ahead, then after you add 15, so this comes out to be 125. This comes out to be 170. Now the difference is decreased. It is 45 kilometer, right? And ahead of it, similar trend will be follow. As you can see, the maximum distance or the maximum hour or the difference uh, is at what time? In the fifth hour. In the fifth hour, the maximum difference was that was 50 kilometer. Okay, 50 kilometer is your answer, and the fifth hour was the time, so fifth hour is the answer. Maximum distance at the end of fifth hour. So here is the next type of question. Now this type of question is your pie diagram question, sorry, line diagram question. So you can see that this is bar diagram. There are three type of diagrams. First is line, that is then bar, then pie. So we will do all those three types of diagram, and tabular we already did. We already attempted questions related to tabular. So now the bar type diagram. So you can see that there is various expenditure, right? And the percentage of that expenditure out of 100 is provided to you, right? So you have to find out the from the given data the questions that they ask you. So the first question, that is the percentage of income spent on food is, okay, in 1993. So the 1993, this is actually the graph of entire year, and 1993 these were the expenditure by a family on various items. So they ask you on food how much they spend. So it is clearly visible that 20% is the expenditure on food on that year. So 20% on food. This is your answer. Second question, the percentage of income spent on clothing exceed by saving by what percentage? Okay, so you can see the percentage clothing was how much? 15%, and that of saving was 12.5%, right? Right. So how much is this extended from them? 2.5%. 2.5% is the answer. So the percentage expenditure on cloth, you find out the percentage expenditure on uh, savings, the savings is known to you. So 15 minus 12.5, so that comes out to be 2.5. So the answer for this will be 2.5. Okay. Next question. If the total income of family during year 1993 was 10,000, not 10,000, 1 lakh rupees, saving of the family in 1993 was, means the income was provided to you, the income of family was this much. Okay. There is a small mistake that this is fine, fine. It's correct. So this much is the income, annual income. The saving they are asking. So you know that this is 100%, right? This is 100%, and the saving is what, 12.5% of it. So you have to find out 12.5% of this. This is 100%. So what will be the value of 1%? 1,000. You have to find 12.5. So 12.5 into 1,000. This is the value of 1%, right? So 12.5% we have to find out. So we, after multiplying it, what we get? We get 12500. So option number 3 is the right answer. Next question. The total expenses of the family on transportation is equal to those spent on. So you can see the expenditure on transport is 20%, and total expenses on transport is equal to, and this is equal to what? This is equal to food, right? Both are 20%. So your answer should be food. So this type of question comes, means you can find out answer within few seconds also, and you need to sometime do calculation also. Okay, so it is a mixture of both. The saving of the family is more than that of expenditure incurred on, means the saving of family is more than that of expenditure incurred of, means saving should be more than what, which factors. So saving is 12.5, right? The expenditure on housing, you can see housing is 10%, which is less than 12.5. So your answer should be housing. Okay, housing 12.5, 10% was the this value. Housing is your answer. Okay. If you see clothing is more than saving, right? Transportation is very less. So the saving of family is more than that of expenditure of housing. Okay, 10%. So here you can see the bar diagram, and following are the question that is based on it. Okay, so we will see those questions that is asked according to the bar diagram, right? The first question, you can see that there is population of India in various year, and they tell you to find out following datas from the given or the provided figures, right? So this is your population, that is in crore, right? This is your years, right? And this is the graph that show the population increase in various years, right? So the first question is, what is this is not 1917. This, let me check. Okay, so this is 1971 and this is 1981. Okay, there is a printing mistake, typing mistake. So the percentage increase in population from 1971 to 1981. So you can see this 2 years. So how much is increased? So 68.40 minus 54.80. So this much was increased. So this value comes out to be in 20, 13.6, right? 13.6 crore is the increase in population. 13.6 crore is the increase in population, and on what number it got increased? From 1971 it is increasing, right? means the basic level was this and this increased to this. So on the basic level you always calculate. So 13.6 divided by 54.80. After solving this, we'll come to know the percentage increase. So the percentage increase comes out to be, this will be something, it will be in fraction, so you have to convert in percentage. So multiply 100. So this comes out to be 24.8%. 24.8%, option 1. Next question. In which census year the percentage increase in population is highest compared to that in the previous census year? So you can see by your own and you can tell this answer, right? Which year the percentage increase in population is highest and compared to that in previous year. So highest percentage increase you can see that it was in 1981, right? Right. So 1981 is your answer. Highest, in which year the percentage increase in population is highest and compared to that of previous. It is clearly visible, 1981, 68.4. Other, you can see there is a very small change, right? Small change in population, whereas in this year there is a huge change as compared to the previous population. Now the next question is, in which year the population increase in population is least as compared to the previous census? So you can see from this that this is the year, I can say that uh, 27.90 and 31.85. So here the percentage increase is very less as compared to this. Here it is increase of at least 5.5. Here it is of 4.4, right? And here you can see the increases of 7, almost 7, right? So you can solve it by your own. So 5 upon 31.85 you can do approximately. This is 4, yeah, not even 4, even less than 4. 3.80 upon 27.90 you can do. After doing this you will come to know that this was the least. 1931 was 1900. Which year the percentage increase in population is least as compared to previous? So 1941 is the year where the percentage increase is least as compared to the previous. Okay, 1941 should be your answer. Next question. Per year increasing population from 1931 to 1981 is. So you have to see per year population increase. Okay, so how much it is increased from this to this you have to calculate. So 68.40 minus 27.90. Okay, this is crores, this is also crore. So you will come to know the difference between them. This comes out to be 68.90 minus 68.40 minus 27.90. So 40.5 crore is increase, 40.5 crore is increase. In how many years? 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. In 50 years it is increased. So this is 40 crore, right? 40 crore. 40 crore, and this is increased in 50 years, right? 50 years. So it will be approximately 80,000 something. So 80,000, 81,000, as I told you. The answer will be 81,000. Okay, so 81, 80, not 81,000, it is approximately 80 lakh. Okay, 80 lakh is the increase in population on per year basis. Uh, right, on 10 year, on 50 year basis, on per year basis, we calculated by dividing it by 50. So this will be your increase in population. So here is a question of line diagram which is in front of us. That study of following line graph which gives the number of students who joined and left the school in the beginning of uh, years for 6 years from 1996 to 2001. Initial strength of the school was in 1995 was 3000. Okay, so in 1995 it was 3000, right? So what else data is provided to us? Circle represent the number of students who joined the school. Okay, and rectangle represent the number of students who left the school. So you know that initial there were 3000 student in 1995. So in 1996, this 3000, okay, so this 3000 plus those who joined, so the number of students who joined are 400, and those who left is somewhere around 250. You can subtract it, so it comes out to be 3150. So this is 1996 population. Similarly, for 1997, you will go. So 1997, you can see 300 people joined the school and 450 left. So out of this was initial population. So in 1997, 1996 population is added, and apart from that, 300 joined, and how many went? How many left? 450 left. This again comes out to be 3000. 3000. This is in 1997. 1998, what happens? 450 we will take. 450 students join, and how many are leaving? 350 are leaving. So in 1998 the population will be 3100, right? 2000, sorry, in 1999 the population will be of school 500 joined and 300 left. So this was initial population in 1998, and 500 joined, 300 left. So in 1999 the total number of students will be 3300, right? Right. Now 2000, year 2000, we can see there is a drop. Number of student joined is 350, and those who are left is 450. So 1999 population as it is, and in 2000 we know that how many joined? 350 joined and 450 left. So the population will decrease by 100. So this comes out to be 3200. And in 2001, this population will become what? 3200. How many joined now this year? This year it joined 550 and left by 450. So 100 people joined. This become 3300. Now we will see the question. Okay. The first question that is in front of is the number of students studying in the school during year 1999 was. So 1999 was 3300, means 3300. So you can write 3300. The number of students studying in the school in 1998 was what percentage of the student studying in 2001? 1998 was 3100, and year 2000 they asked 2001. So 2001 is 3300. So what percentage is 1998 student? Okay, this is 1998 student is that of 2001. So 2001 is how much? 3300. So this cancels out. So 31 by 33 you can do, and they ask you in percentage form, right? Percentage you have to multiply it by 100. So this comes out to be 31 divided by 33, that is 93%. Okay? 93.9%. So the answer for this comes out to be 93.9%. Among the year, the largest number of students joined in which year? Among the year, given year, the largest number of students joined school in which year? So you can see the graph. Which year the highest number of students joined? This 2001. So 2001 is the answer. Okay. Next question. Okay. So this much is from line diagram. We will see next question related to various questions of pie diagram as well as line diagram. Thank you.